This is a mock interview conducted by ForumIAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of the program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, sir?
Please come. Sorry, you had to wait, Navita. Please sit.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Top class engineer, chemical engineer,
Yes, sir.
and studied from Lucknow.
Sir, it's a Lucknow-based university, but college was in Kanpur, Harcourt Butler Technological Institute.
There's a Harcourt Butler School in Delhi also.
Yes.
Who was Mr. Butler?
Sir, he was the governor of United Provinces at the time when the college was founded in 1921.
Oh, it's a very old college.
Yes, sir.
Government owned.
Yes, sir.
All right. We find that you had some experience in petroleum business, cane, shell, and then you've also worked with fertilizers. Tata Chemicals was also fertilizer,
Yes, sir.
and that's Babrala,
Babrala plant.
Western-
Near Aligarh.
yeah, Western UP. Tell us, do you think India can ever be self-sufficient in our first fossil fuels, hydrocarbons, not fossil, hydrocarbons, and second, if not in hydrocarbons, in energy, in general?
Sir, when it comes to hydrocarbons specifically, we are in the process of certain exploration businesses in India, wherein ONGC and oil company are doing some oil explorations, and they are exploring outside India also. For example, in Sakhalin Islands and Oman, etc., and other countries also. However, there are certain challenges. We don't have any viable and feasible very big oil reserves like those were found in West Asia and Russia. So that is a limitation. However, in other field, oil, for example, non-conventional hydrocarbons, when it comes to coal gas, we have huge resources of coal. So if we tap into those coal resources, we can become self-reliant in other non-conventional hydrocarbon resources.
But what happens to climate change issues if you are dependent upon coal?
Yes, sir. It has ramifications on the environment. So the solution is we have to diversify our energy basket. We have to create dependency on more renewable energy, like hydrogen is the case in point, and we have good resource of solar and wind energy.
Hydrogen established technology-wise?
So at very large commercial scale, yet not established. But if we do certain advancements in technology and put in some capital investment, it can be done. And it is being produced in Europe. Many countries are doing that. So if we tie up with those countries like Sweden.
Hydrogen, limited, commercial.
Very limited, sir, but they are.
Okay, what do you think of nuclear energy as a possibility?
So nuclear energy is also clean fuel, but only the risk here lies in its radioactivity. If just in case any disaster happens, then it will lead to the spillage of radioactive waste.
Which is a country with maximum usage of nuclear energy?
So Russia, I think.
Probably in terms of proportion, probably France.
Okay, sir.
France uses a lot of it, but no accidents. Accidents only in Chernobyl and wherever the Russians go.
And today the thing is, sir, like technology has become advanced. So we have many safety measures, layers of safety measures are in place. So risks are there, but they are limited. So we can tap on nuclear energy also. But I think, sir, rather than creating our over-dependence or dominancy of a single source of energy, we have to create a mix of basket.
Come.
Thank you, sir.
Navita.
Yes, sir.
So you're still working with Shell, right? Now tell me, India has been importing oil from Russia, right? Now there was this report that oil doesn't come cheap. Still, why India is buying oil from Russia?
Sir, it is our economic interest because after Russia-Ukraine war, there was a huge spike in the crude oil prices. So it was in our best economic interest to buy cheaper oil from the
But
Russia.
that's not coming cheap. Just 2%.
Sir, it's, I think, as far as my knowledge, it is close to $70 per barrel. And it was, at that time, oil was trading above $100.
But still, landing price is not cheaper by more than 2%. That's what I'm saying. That was the news. The Russian oil is not cheaper by more than 2%. That's the one. Still, why we are buying?
There are a number of different types of oil. Some are trading within
Now, I'll come to that, sir.
Yeah.
This is related to something else. Why it is the landing price is, comparable to other.
Sir, another thing is the quality of the Russian oil is similar to this Saudi Arabian mix which we are buying from this West Asia. And so
Now what we are getting is called the Ural oil. That is comparable to Middle East oil.
Middle East oil.
Earlier oil that we were getting.
It was Brent. It was
Yeah.
Brent. Yes, sir.
So because of that, the first thing that you cannot refine it everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Then the transportation cost was high. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
read about it. You have said that you are awarded something like on Six Sigma. Right?
Yes, sir.
What is Six Sigma?
So Six Sigma is a quality tool to improve the processing and operations by reducing defects and the errors.
Mathematically, what is Six Sigma?
Mathematically, sir, we are calculating the standard deviations, and if the errors is equal to 3.4 defects parts per million (DPMO), then we can say we have achieved the Six Sigma level. So
Now
it is plus minus 3 deviation in the chart.
3.4.
Yes, sir.
Per million. Now, which all industries are operating at Six Sigma level?
Sir, I don't think so any industry is operating at Six Sigma level, because when I did the project, at that time Tata Chemicals urea plant was the most energy efficient plant in the India, and when we calculated our urea plants, one of the project in urea plant, its Sigma level came out to be 3.5, 3.6. So after doing a year-long process,
Sigma level at what level? Sigma
3.5, sir.
At what level? Over the total product output or in a particular area?
Sir, in a particular area.
Go on.
So after doing certain modifications, we could improve up to 4.5, 4.2. So
Right. Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Hello, Navita.
Hello, sir.
There was a discussion on Six Sigma. I'll just give you some data. In 2020, the failure rate of DBT transfers, the direct benefit transfers, was 1.47%. Can you tell me what Sigma level would that be?
I'm sorry,
Okay,
sir.
it's all
I
right.
took
You're not supposed to know that. Just tell me, how would you apply the tools in Six Sigma to bring this failure rate?
Sir, it comprises of 5 steps, that is called DMARC, define, measure. In measure phase, we actually calculate the present level, Sigma level, and we apply various tools. Like I use one of the quantitative tool. It comprises of fishbone diagram, and then we plotted certain scatter plots and other charts. So on the basis of we calculated then multivariate analysis of the various
Don't
parameters.
go into the technicalities. I'm just asking you about what would be the approach. Like you said, define, measure, analyze, control, improve and control. So what are the factors that you would look at? Say, if I may give you an idea, why are the failures happening?
Sir, in this, root cause analysis is done into the detail. Various factors are identified and then they are eliminated one by one. This could not be done, this could not be done. And finally, we reach at 2-3 major factors. Then again, we dig down and do the root cause analysis, and then we improve upon the strategy, what can be the solutions.
Do you have any idea why these transactions might be failing? What could be the reasons? Any idea?
Sir, it might be due to because their Aadhaar cards may not be seeded properly into
Very
the
right.
account.
Yes, that's
And-
one aspect.
And second aspect could be there could be some dormant accounts which might not be functional, so transactions
Yes.
got failed. So this much I can think.
Okay, sometimes server might be down, transaction
Yes,
may not go through.
yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So these are the aspects that you will work on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you have been in, hazardous occupation. You will call
Yes.
this hazardous industry.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what are the measures that are there in India regarding occupational health and safety?
Yes, sir. There are OSHA guidelines first in oil and industry we are having, and as part of safety protocols, certain engineering designs and operational philosophy are being
You're
followed.
talking specific to the industry. I'm talking in general about occupational health in India. Are there any acts that deal with it? Any code that is there?
Sir, OISD guidelines are also there, which is applicable to the petroleum industry. Then
There
we
are
have
lots of other hazardous
under
industries.
Environment Act, we are having storage, transportation of hazardous chemicals rules also, under which
Is there any labor code? Yeah, Factory Act.
Factory
Yes.
Act is also one of them.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Any labor code that deals with
Yes, sir. Occupational health hazards under labor.
Okay. And do you think at a practical level these laws and codes are being implemented stringently?
Sir, as far as formal sector and well-organized sector is concerned, these laws are implemented quite well. But I'm not very sure of these informal sector and small level factory.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you so much.
Navita,
Yes, sir.
end of the day, every company works on profit only.
Yes.
And if their profitability is decreasing or say the amount of salary which they are paying, and if they are not able to extract that much work from anybody, be it a male or a female, then obviously the company will be seeing it as a loss-making decision, right? What is your take then? It's a good thing, it's a good initiative, but end of the day, any business works on profit and loss only.
So there are so many policies which are working in the corporate sector or in the companies. For example, we do have lot of health kind of leaves. So 1-2 days leaves can be adjusted into this policy, and I won't think so. It will increase the productivity at large. I won't think so. It will hamper
You
the
think just like
productivity.
CSR, it needs to be a law for companies to follow. They won't be doing it out of compassion.
So few company was doing out of their own compassion, like Tata Group was doing before it came into a law in 2014. However, it was seen many companies, they are earning profit, but they are not investing that much into, they are not giving back to the society. So it was mandated at that.
You
That's
belong
why.
to Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the literacy rate of women in Uttar Pradesh?
Sir, it is 64%.
64. And what is the overall literacy rate?
Overall literacy, I'm sorry, sir, I quoted the wrong data. Overall literacy rate is 69% and women's literacy rate is around 58%.
Why is it less? Because every time a result comes out, we see that there are women toppers only. Why is the overall literacy rate less than men?
So specifically in Uttar Pradesh, most of the population resides in rural area, and in rural area we don't have women conducive infrastructure which could facilitate their participation.
Is that the only reason?
The second reason is the societal, cultural, patriarchal values. They won't invest much in women's education. Rather, they would like to give dowry as that price rather than investing in good amount of education.
Now, parents should not be having to invest only in education, right? Government schools are meant for that, especially
Yes.
in rural areas.
Yes, sir.
Why do we see more and more government schools being shut down and there is more privatization of education now?
So it is because of the lack of infrastructure and the quality issues. And we do have enrollment, but we do not have the quality outcome from the government schools. And as per the ASER report, we are having the quantifiable data. We are having close to 99% of enrollment, but we don't have the output in terms of basic numeracy.
And what about how do we increase employability of students? Do you think English should be made compulsory?
Sir, I think English is a language which currently dominating this employment sector, be it in India or be it at global level. So at this point of stage, we should have some form of English education in order to enhance their employability.
It should be made compulsory according to you, right?
It should not be made compulsory, sir. It should be a part of other languages also. We should have 2-3 languages should be taught, and English should be one of them.
Now, what about specifically English is what I'm asking. Should it be made compulsory, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You think
At present scenario, it should be made.
It should be made, okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you belong to sociology stream. Can you tell me how your region, specifically Baghpat, what social dynamics changed because of Green Revolution?
Sir, as we see after Green Revolution in terms of social dynamics, first factor was rise of dominant caste in that region. Due to this land reforms were carried out, and then productivity increased due to Green Revolution. We have seen rise of dominant caste, and this secular hierarchy is also rising. Politicization of caste happened. Then third thing, we have seen greater female foeticide after Green Revolution in the area, because demand for the sun became.
Why is crime rate so high in Baghpat?
Sir, it's had its historical reasons of many mafia gangs are operating in that area, and second is lack of proper police infrastructure, and the police people ratio is also very less, and third is crime against women are specifically high because of patriarchal nature in the society.
All right, thank you, Navita.
Thank you so much, sir.
You know, at the end of it, don't worry about 1 or 2 questions.
Okay.
Move on. They are just testing, not your knowledge, I keep repeating. Yes, your resilience. That if you are flawed, does it upset your flow of thinking or your move on. They will also forget. Everybody will want to get the best out of you rather than the things which you don't know. So just go ahead the way you are, confidently, and all the best.
Okay, thank you, sir.